Hey, you remember our junior year of high school in physics class? Yeah, why? Remember how for the final one we studied and studied and studied, and then every single question ended up being on the part of the on the parts that we didn't study. Don't remind me. Yeah, we studied a shit ton of torque, and then so many of the questions just ended up having to do with uh, electrodynamics or whatever the fuck it is. Girl, when are we getting pasta back? That I can't tell you, but I can tell you the formula for calculating torque. Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to completely screw up every single one of your mechanics and forget how to play hockey, would you capture it or just let it slip? The Florida Panthers win against the Toronto Maple Leafs 7-6 after going down 5-1 in the game. In the game, wait, that's not the game we're talking. I have to talk about the freaking Bruins game tonight. Come on, it was a 4-goal lead. They can't. It was a 4-goal lead. The freaking Leafs split. We can't just let's reminisce about the freaking good time. Uh, wow, the freaking that really unclean cut. For some reason, Windows 10 decided to give me the news feed for and it covers up the pause and unpause button and on my laptop. Oops. Screw it. I'll freaking talk about the Bruins game. Bruins lose 5-3 against the Detroit Red Wings. This was the second half of a back-to-back. I can understand why the Bruins would be maybe a bit tired. And yes, Pasternak and Trent Frederick are both out for this game. So we're down our best goal scorer and one of the best generators of momentum on this team. So now Tomasz Nosek is on the second line and Nick Foligno's on the third line. So our fourth line is Anton Bleed, Jack Studnicka, and Mark McLaughlin. And I really don't know. And sure, that sounds bad, but hey, we're going against Alex Nedeljkovic. He's been absolutely god awful. I'm starting to think that maybe a third round pick was an overpayment from Detroit for this dude's services. Yes, he was fantastic in Carolina, but this is aging about as well as this is. I mean, I can't really say this is aging about as well as the Tuukka Rask deal because I mean Andrew Raycroft because I mean Rask turned into only one of the best goaltenders the Bruins have ever had. When meanwhile, who knows what the hell is happening with this third round pick? I don't know. I even forget if it was for. I think it was for this year. So who knows what's going to come of it? But the dude's been playing god awful. The dude he's had a 459. He's had a 4.59 goals against average and about an 8.59 save percentage over the past like 4 starts. He's been bad. And so we lose a few guys, but their goalie is having really bad problems. Let me see. So it should be no surprise that we go up to 2-0 earlier in this game. Let's see. I love the goal that Hala got. I really like the shorthanded goal that that Carlo got, especially because afterwards it felt like, because especially in the first period it felt like the game started, but Detroit didn't. So I was like, oh, like frick. How do we do this? How do we do this? How are we going to cope? And then the Bruins and then the Bruins decide to Bruin again. What has been one of the biggest problems the Bruins have had in recent games? That's right, playing a full 20 minutes for a period, and here's where the theme of the freaking season that I set out at the beginning of the season has to come back into play. Hockey is a 60-minute game. And periods are meant to be played for 20 minutes. You cannot, and I cannot stress this enough, cannot take your foot off the gas at minute 19. You know what happened? You know what happened the last time we took our foot off the gas at minute 19 at a really crucial spot? Tuchel allowed 2 goals in 6 seconds, and it single-handedly lost us the cup in 2013. But Dylan Larkin is just completely open for no freaking reason. And that makes the 14th goal of our last 50 that we've allowed to be scored in the final minute of a period. And that puts us up to 9.3% of the goals we've allowed since January 1st have been in the last minute of a period. Just we can't keep doing this. We can't keep doing this. But hey, intermission. We have to intermission. We can get back. We can recover. We can go. We can just hit the reset button and come into the next period feeling refreshed, feeling oh so good. And the Bruins are doing Bruins second period things again. Wine in the cellar. At least because you know what happens is like not long after the second period starts, it's Riley has the puck behind Simon's net, and Detroit is like crashing the net. They're like really want a rebound, or at least to stop any clearing attempt. And Riley does the thing that I have been taught in soccer. I have pretty much everybody has been taught when you're playing a field sport like this, in which possession can change on a dime. Do not clear in front of the net. And what does he do? He clears to the front of the net. A Red Wings defender is there to put a shot on Swayman, and Michael Rasmussen just gets a point blank shot just to tie the game at 2-2. Another theme in this game was that the Bruins played way too high up in defense, and I know that I've made that complaint in numerous in recent games, and I've come to realize that this is that it's simply just the fact that they're trying to keep the puck in. But no, the Bruins are playing way too high up in the neutral zone. And it allows Philip Zadina to it allows Dylan Larkin to take the puck, and Philip Zadina's is just wide open. And you know the goal that Hala got in the first period? Yeah, that was basically the exact same goal. For Derek Forbert, we gave him how much money, and he's pretty much a complete liability. And it's just funny to see how the Bruins Twitter Bruins Twitter has been for the past several games clamoring for Clifton to be out of the lineup. Just get him out of a starting role, put Riley back in, and then Riley comes back and we're like, God damn it, fuck. God damn it, we're screwed. But this is sort of what I meant. This is sort of where the thing from the where that intro has to come back. Like, the Bruins, what they did well in this game, they did exceptionally well. Well, they put a whole lot of pressure on Alex Nedeljkovic. They tried to play as fast, and they were, and when they were in sync, they were phenomenal. Well, the problem with that was that they decided they were going to cosplay as their mid-season self, as their pre-COVID break selves, and shit the bed in pretty much every way that they did back then. And bad play in the last minutes of a period. The second period starting and the Bruins not. And just giving the defense piss poor defense, making us realize yeah, goaltenders aren't invincible. Look, you can blame Swayman all you want. There were absolutely a few goals that the Bruins should have had in this game that the Bruins should have robbed, and I feel like Swayman might have could have probably played the puck better in net, and just his lateral movement needs to be better. But also the defense is not giving him any breaks. Even though the Bruins outshot the Red Wings like 50 to freaking 29 or something like that. The Bruins got 50 shots on this one, and they only scored 3 goals. For a team with such offensive prowess, I do not at all expect them to be shooting under 10%, especially against a goalie that, like I said earlier, had a 4.59 goals against average going into this game over the past 4 starts, and an 8.59 save percentage. Which, you know what, I have to look this up. What's his save percentage over the past 5 games now, taking this one into consideration? Give me one. Looking it up now. All right. After plugging in the numbers, there's his save percentage. Nedeljkovic's save percentage going into this game over the past 4 starts was actually even worse. Worse than I thought. It was I've been saying 8.59. It was 8.53 going into this game over the past 4 starts. Here's the math that I did. Adding up all the shot, the saves divided by all the shots in the game, and it equals 0.853. You add this game into that equation, and over the past 5 starts, it goes up to a 0.878. Now that's not as now on paper that doesn't sound as concerning as the Bruins single-handedly raising Semyon Varlamov's save percentage on the entire season to 900 in one game by scoring once on like 42 shots or something like that. But consider this. That is a jump of 0.025 in one game. And yes, it's only a 5-game sample size, but still, that is insane. This team just keeps finding ways to go further and further down. And and it continues into the third period. With McAvoy taking a high sticking penalty after Foligno goes for a hooking penalty at the end of the second period. That's another thing. This team can't stay clean in the end of periods in terms of penalties either. It's not just goals they struggle with at the end of the period. It's also penalties. Bruins at least kill that one, but the Bruins aren't so lucky on this on the McAvoy one because Vrana is wide open, and because guess what, the defense played way too far up, and he's able to break away and get a short side and shot on Swayman. And yes, that's also sort of Swayman's fault, but also the defense is, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Now the good news is that the Bruins do get a few calls their way, and surprisingly, they are really good at puck possession on delayed penalties. There were like 2 delayed penalties the Bruins had that they kept possession in for over 30 seconds. They're like, wow, that is insane. That is insane. They didn't score on either of them, and they didn't score on any of their power plays. But gotta find the diamonds in the rough, I guess. It turns out that like midway through the game, Hampus Lindholm went down with a lower body injury, and he did not return for the rest of the game. So great, we're now down to 5 defensemen. I hate life. If Bruins end up pulling Swayman, and both teams end up getting into a bit of a fight not long afterwards. Marchand and Larkin both go to the box for roughing, which is kind of funny because pretty much all of both teams on the ice got into a fight. But also it's not good because Marchand is one of our best defensive forwards. It's easily one of the best defensive forwards in the entire game. And the thing is, everybody just focuses on Bergeron, and why shouldn't he? Why shouldn't they? Bergeron is freaking amazing. Is freaking amazing as a two-way defenseman. There's a reason why he has 4 Selke trophies and should be getting a 5th one this year. Please, for the love of God, just give it to him. I don't care if he's won it. I don't care if he's won it 4 times already. You think people got tired of giving Ovechkin and Rocket Richard trophies because he was good at the game? No, they don't. But we're down Marchand, and somehow we actually end up scoring because McAvoy decides to snipe it all the way from the blue line, and Bergeron deflects it in, and to at least get us 1 goal away. Please don't do this, Bruins. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. Don't give me hope, especially when you're pulling Swayman again. And there it is. Bruins defense again plays way too far. How many times have I said that this video? I'm going to fall asleep, and the words "way too far up" are going to show up in my freaking nightmare. I swear to God. Bruins defense plays way too far up, and Nedeljkovic has a wide open pass to Sam Gagner, who's at the midline, and as a result, Gagner has a wide open shot on an empty net, and that ends the game. So this, I guess, this was also kind of an experiment for tonight because what is it? We freaking, instead of like I decided in the last episode, instead of Curb Your Enthusiasm just being the stock goal song, the stock losing song, I'm playing the goal song from each team. And honestly, for Detroit, I freaking forget what theirs is here. I have the thing. It is Rolling Stone by Dirty Frazier, but I couldn't find or something like that, or maybe just Shazam as being an idiot, and I don't actually know what it is, but I just put for notes, just play the intro to Lose Yourself, even though it sucked. I mean, I guess I put as much effort into that one as the Bruins into being competent in the second period, but this is the second part of a back-to-back on the road, and Detroit is one of the most and Detroit is one of the most chippy teams in the teams you can face, especially with an original six rivalry. But I guess that's really it. Bruins don't play again until Friday, and they go against the Lightning, who are, I think they're playing tonight. Actually, they're not. I'm sorry for that false information. I'm really just going through the freaking notifications to see if they're actually playing, and they're not. Anyway, if we pull this shit again on Friday, I don't see any reason to be optimistic about this team's. I don't see much reason to be optimistic about this team's chances in the playoffs, and it goes far beyond losing Trent Frederick, and it goes far beyond losing Hampus Lindholm, and it goes so far beyond losing David Pastrnak. Like, notice how Pastrnak is barely on the penalty kill. The dude's just a goal. The dude's just a goal magnet, and he's honestly not that. He's honestly kind of mediocre in the defensive game. Not to say that every single Bruins player needs to be Patrice Bergeron in terms of defensive forward ability, but it's frustrating. It's frustrating how much he seems to just give the puck away. But honestly, this is where it gets scary, because the Bruins, because there's now less than a dozen games left to play, and we're fighting for third seed. We're fighting to not be in a wild card spot, but also, if the playoffs were to start right now, we would be facing Toronto, and I don't think that this team is equipped for that. You can't cram the night before the exam. Believe me, I've tried, and it sucks. It sucks. You forget so much, and it's never pretty. And that is it for tonight's episode of Into the Den, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Click like if you like, click subscribe if you really like. Down below is still my TikTok, the GoFundMe for Jake Tebow's recovery, and the GoFundMe to help out families affected, and the GoFundMe to help out the family affected by the horribly transphobic, and the GoFundMe to help out a family desperately in need after the transphobic laws passed in Texas. Tell your friends that I can't talk.